In the Roman Empire, there was a man named Kato who lived in the slave quarters of a farm. He was born into this situation and lived a life of servitude and hardship. But despite the constant abuse and mistreatment, Kato never lost his spirit. He was a proud man with a fierce determination and an unbreakable will. His body was covered in scars from the master's whip. One day, while working in the fields, Kato was spotted a wealthy gladiator trainer named Marcus, leading a group of men on a run through the countryside. One of the men collapsed, and Kato ran to him. Afraid for the man, Kato slung the man over his shoulder and ran to catch up to the group. Marcus was impressed by Kato's strength and courage and saw potential in him. So, he bought Kato from his owner and brought him to the gladiator training school. At first, Kato struggled to adjust to the rigorous training and brutal sparring matches. But he was a quick learner and no stranger to pain, and with each passing day, he grew stronger and more skilled. He soon became a favorite student in the school. Upon entering the arena, Kato had no support or fans other than his trainer. Marcus cheered from the sidelines as the new gladiator rubbed dirt onto his hands and took a fighting stance. His first opponent was a captured barbarian from the front lines. The barbarian, without any hesitation, rushed Kato. Unflinching, he closed the distance and delivered a shield bash to the barbarian, sending him onto the ground. Kato, dropping to his knees, sent his sword through the chest of the barbarian, without any emotion, standing and removing the sword, turning to Marcus for a sign of approval. Marcus cheered like a madman as the crowd stood in awe, the whole battle lasting mere seconds. Kato's fame grew with every bout in the arena. He began to see a glimmer of hope for a better life. He dreamed of one day earning his freedom and living a life of dignity and respect. But he knew that it would be a long and difficult journey, so he tried to keep a level head. A head in the clouds can't see the sword coming for him. Months had turned into a year. Despite the odds against him, Kato continued to fight with all his might. He battled against some of the most fearsome gladiators in the arena and emerged victorious time and time again. His skill and determination earned him the respect and admiration of the crowd, and he was soon recognized as one of the greatest gladiators of his time. Marcus informed Kato that the emperor himself was having a competition, and the gladiator who won would be awarded with his freedom and granted Roman citizenship. Kato already had made a small fortune betting on himself. Marcus had become a household name, thanks to Kato's performance. And then, on that fateful day, Kato fought gladiator after gladiator, turning the sand of the arena into a dull red. He stood alone among the crowd, looking up at the people all cheering his name. Kato was offered his freedom by the emperor himself. He was overjoyed and couldn't believe that his dream had finally come true. A member of the emperor's inner circle awarded Kato a rudish, an ornately carved wooden sword, a symbol of his victory and freedom. Kato, on his knee receiving the award, the entire arena began an uproar of applause, and his trainer Marcus ran onto the sand to walk him to freedom. He walked out of the arena as a free man, with his head held high and a sense of pride in his heart. Kato went on to live a long and prosperous life, always remembered as the man who rose from slavery to become a legend in the arena. He inspired others to never give up on their dreams and showed that no matter what life may throw their way, it is possible to overcome even the greatest obstacles with courage, determination, and heart. Kato purchased the farm he was raised on, turning it into a gladiator training school. He quickly attracted plenty of students, but one day he ran into a young slave boy who begged him to teach him the ways of the arena. Without a second thought, Kato bought the young boy, awarded him his freedom, and then offered him a home at the school to train under the champion for free.